There's a theme in the movie The White Tiger, which comes from India. And early in the movie, there's a discussion of what they call the rooster coop. And the rooster coop is a small cage that, according to this movie, Indians keep near their kitchen when they buy a few live chickens at once and then keep them handy and then bring them out one at a time and kill them and cook them and eat them. And it talks about how a chicken, when you're ready to kill it, you can grab it by the legs and lay it on top of the chopping block, and then with the axe or hatchet, pull the blade across the neck, going toward the head to get the skin exposed so you can get a real clear chop at it. And how a chicken will lie there with its neck out like this, letting you do that, not struggling. They struggle like hell when you first grab them and get over their hind legs, and their only legs, and get a good grip on them. But once you get that good grip on them and then you lay them down on the chopping block, they will passively permit you to stretch their neck out. Well, what's that all about? Well, that's some kind of genetic temperament that allows passivity. And I think of that a lot when I look at what we're putting up with. And it's not just us. In many countries, people are putting up with their government engaging in horrible, viciousness. And it's taking the money that could be used for health care and education and food and dumping it down the drain for military weapons and soldiers. And it's gigantic waste. And we know it, and we put up with it. My cousin, my good friend in Nicaragua, posted a picture the other day of I think it said 60 U.S. military bases in Europe. 60. But we put up with it. On the other side of it, we can be violent and put up with violence and viciousness. So the two are fascinating, competing, but in a way codependent human tendencies. We have a human tendency to develop weapons and to send young people into war and to give psychological damage to a large part of our population, particularly with the people who are now dying off, who were involved in the Second World War and saw people, their friends, their buddies, and enemy being slaughtered, and came home with those scars. So it's amazing how we, on the one hand, are passive to it. On the other hand, we're vicious to it. And of course, the number one sport in the United States now is American football. And I don't know what percentage of the American population is watching a game, at least one or two football games a week. But that's just tribal violence. They're going out there banging into each other. And they know now, this is fairly recent, that it's now known that young men slamming into each other, starting in high school, over and over, are damaging their brains. And by the time they're 50, many, many of them will begin to become senile. Traumatic brain injury. But people want to sit and watch that. It's entertaining. They like it. So one of the things I'm hoping to live to see is, as now cigarette smoking it's clear to people that's not a good thing. Now alcohol is on the chopping block. When is physical violence in football going to get people to turn away from watching those things and going to the games? I think it's coming slowly, but we got a ways to go. If we use the energy that it takes to have football, giving tutoring to young kids who maybe didn't have the intellectual stimulation in the first 3 or 4 years of their life that people coming from educated families get, what a change in our country. How much money would we save from not having people that are educationally delayed if we spent the time and money we're spending on going to football games on supporting tutoring and education? But that hasn't happened yet. And now we've got Mayor Mandami saying they're going to have universal preschool free. That needs to sweep the country. And some of the money that might otherwise be spent on football, maybe some of that could be spent on universal free preschool. We'll see.